Where's the best place to learn German New Medicine? This question is from a comment, so leave your comments below and I'll answer it in a video. And if you haven't done so already, sign up for my email newsletter, go watch my webinar, and I'm going to show you everything I did to get better, and I'm also having crazy Black Friday deals right now. So, usually when you go to learn something, you go to Google. What is German New Medicine? How do I learn German New Medicine? And if you Google this or look it up on YouTube, you're not going to find much. And that's because German New Medicine is relatively new and it's not mainstream. And it wasn't in English. So you got the trifecta there. Dr. Hammer's German. He speaks German. He didn't start to make his discoveries until the 70s, and then his work really didn't become published. Unless it's published, it can't go mainstream. And then there's quite a big, if you speak Spanish, it's pretty big in the Spanish speaking community. At some point, they made a book. It's white, and it has two parts. Good luck getting your hands on these physical copies. I think there's PDFs flying around somewhere. A couple years later, there's the version that people are more familiar with. That's just one book, and it has the yellow, orange, and red stripe down the front, which represent the endoderm, the mesoderm, and the ectoderm germ layers, which, you know, when people first start learning German New Medicine, they're like, I don't understand the significance of these germ layers. Why is this important? It's really, everything about German New Medicine is just absolutely amazing. But the best place to learn, honestly, is learninggnm.com. It's easy to understand. It's not behind a paywall. Most of it's free. I reference that website 90% of the time. I learned from the author of that website. That's not to say that I haven't learned a lot on YouTube, just random YouTube videos. I have a lot of friends who do German New Medicine coaches. My girlfriend, she speaks Russian, and she's learned German New Medicine from Russian-speaking peoples, going to German New Medicine seminars, which are kind of hard to come by, joining Facebook groups, working with people, working on yourself. That's the best way to learn German New Medicine. But if you're starting out, go read the 5 Biological Laws page on learninggnm.com. Carolina also on YouTube somewhere has her 5 Biological Laws video. Isadora Laker has a 5 Biological Laws video. They're both really good, even though those two are at war. There's a lot of people who are fighting, and I don't know all the details, and I'm not trying to pick sides or create drama. People think like science is set in stone, but it's really this process, and I think Dr. Hammer, who know, I don't know. I don't speak German. Like, if you really want like the true unadulterated version of German New Medicine, like, you're going to have to learn German and read his books. And I don't know. Like, I'm not going to do that. So the best way for you to learn, the most practical way for you to learn, is just to go to learngnm.com and watch the 5 Biological Laws video, read the 5 Biological Laws page. If you want to learn GNM just to fix your gut health issues, your best bet is just watching my channel, because that's all I focus on. And then my 13-day protocol, I have worksheets not only to help you find the memories that put your gut into overdrive, but also to install the basic logic of German New Medicine into your head. Read the 5 Biological Laws. Like, I still even learn stuff when I read those pages. The biggest mistake I see people making is that they think it's caused by stress. And you'll hear me saying that it's caused by stress. And I just say that just out of convenience, because otherwise I'd have to like explain a paragraph for what I'm really talking about. But it's really important, you know, oh, my gut issue started during a breakup. And then they just focus on not being stressed out about women. Why do other people get stressed out about women and they don't have symptoms? It's the conflict shock that's of the most importance. Practically, like, what you're going to be doing to get better if you have like a lot of diarrhea is just write down what you're doing when you get diarrhea. I was texting with somebody and then I got diarrhea. Oh, I was at work and then I got diarrhea. You'll have like a list of like 10 things, like, what gave me the urge to go? What was I doing when I got the urge to go? And then you go back to the conflict shock. Oh no, it was just a bad relationship. We fought all the time. But yeah, there was a shocking moment in time, a memory, a specific memory that put your gut into overdrive. Was it the time you proposed to her at a hockey game and she said no? Was it the time she threw wine in your face in front of your parents? What was the shocking moment that put your gut into overdrive? because that's where the PTSD triggers originated from. That's where the tracks originated from. You'll hear a lot of people in the G&M community say, like, it's not psychology. And who knows what psychology is nowadays, to be completely honest. It's a biological knee-jerk reaction to a reminder of the conflict. It depends on the situation. These things can resolve naturally. A lot of the times, like, most of my symptom relief hasn't come from becoming, like, better at handling money or better at handling girls. It's really just been going back to the conflict and having that aha moment. So, to give you an example, I was in the mall and my girlfriend wanted to go into Bath and Body Works. I hate Bath and Body Works. I don't want to go there. And so the second that she said that she wanted to go, I had to go to the bathroom. As I'm running to the bathroom, I sit down and I do my business. I go, whoa, this reminds me of when I was little. My mom would take me to the mall, and it was just this, I'm not blaming my mom for anything here. She would go broke if she bought everything that I wanted in the mall. She'd have to buy the whole frickin' mall. I wanted Pokemon cards. No, I wanted Ninja Turtle action figures. And she bought me a lot of this stuff. I sound like a big jerk right now. Power Rangers, like what else was I into? I wanted G.I. Joes, mostly Pokemon stuff, and Ninja Turtle stuff and Power Ranger stuff. Those were like the big three growing up. And then just like video games. Oh, can we go to McDonald's? I want ice cream. I want candy. No. And then to put the icing on the cake, my mom would spend, for us, what felt like an eternity in Bed Bath & Beyond. I wanted to get rid of this crap, but I couldn't. Okay, I'll help you out with diarrhea. And just having that realization, the subconscious mind goes, oh, we don't need to react to this anymore. And it stops putting your gut into overdrive every time you encounter the mall or Bed Bath & Beyond or going into a store that reminds you of childhood and not getting what you wanted in the store. Those are more important than making $1 million and being able to buy whatever you want. It's more important, at least symptom relief wise, to go back to those memories and to have those realizations, to have those aha moments, to get the goosebumps. For me, it's like, oh my, wow, I can see the relation. You see them in movies all the time where the main character's having PTSD. And Rain Man does a really good, the movie with, I think, Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. The brother has autism, which is caused by a conflict. And so when he was little, Tom Cruise is the older brother. He put his younger brother, when he was a baby, into not boiling hot, but like hot water in the bathtub. And he's a baby. He's helpless. I can't get out of here. And that turned on the autism constellation. And later in the movie, he has to take care of him. And he's getting him undressed to put him in the shower. And he turns on the hot water. And he starts freaking out. Even though Tom Cruise's character is older now and knows better to make sure the water's not so hot. It's a knee-jerk reaction. He has the autistic constellation, so it's like super apparent that, oh, hey, something's going on. But in watching these scenes, it's like, oh, you almost expect the characters to know what's going on, but they don't. It's like the split-second knee-jerk reaction that's linked to your colon, that's linked to your intestine. And that reaction was created in the conflict shock. And going back to that memory and playing around with that memory is the best way to break that link. And again, this is going to be different. This conversation can change quite a bit depending on what organs we're talking about here. Best place to learn, learninggnm.com. Read the 5 Biological Laws page. Reference whatever page you need to. If you want to get help better with gut health issues, watch my channel. There's other YouTube channels too, but I focus on the gut health perspective. And, if you're super serious, get my 13-day protocol. Each day of the protocol, I'm teaching you the basics of German new medicine from a gut health perspective. And that's important because it's hard to stay engaged when you want to fix your gut issues and, the G&M teacher is talking about the lungs. And you're like, I don't care about the lungs and the eyeballs. The eyeballs are super confusing. Like, I could figure it out right now if I had to. But, like, if I'm just a normal person and I just want to get better with my gut health issues, I don't want to waste all this brain power and calories trying to figure out how the eyes work. And then when the course does get around to learning about the gut, it spends 30 minutes on it. If you haven't already, sign up for my webinar and for my email newsletter. The link is in the description. I have crazy Black Friday deals, and I go over the basics of German new medicine from a gut health perspective, even in the webinar. And there's also crazy Black Friday deals. Also, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll answer it in a video or a short. And I know this video is going to trigger a lot of people with German new medicine. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. I know I have a hot temper sometimes, and I really do appreciate everyone's passion within the community. I think we all have a lot to learn from each other, but I know that's going to trigger people too. So, all right.